What's up YouTube? ATL JDM back at it again. The drought is over. We've got tons of videos coming up for you. Today we're going to be looking at our 1988 Mitsubishi Galant VR4. All through the 70s and 80s, Mitsubishi has always been well established in motorsport with great success in Group A. Cars like the Pajero, the Montero, the Shogun had great showings, but none shined like the Lancer 1600 GSR, which was absolutely dominating. When Mitsubishi decided to compete in Group B, they put all their efforts into the four-wheel drive version of the Starion Coupe. After some success and a few fatal accidents, Mitsubishi was forced back to the drawing board. It was then that the Mitsubishi Motor Corporation homologated the 6th Gen Galant sedan.
And it performed so impressively that one automotive critic even called the Galant a genuine alternative to a BMW.
Using the mechanical underpinnings from the Starion prototype, the wins just started rolling in. It was then sometime in 1992 that Mitsubishi slowly started realizing these 80s competitors were now too big for these tight winding rally tracks. Everyone was migrating to smaller and more efficient, easy handling cars. Ford went to the Sierra Escort, Subaru developed the Impreza, Toyota replaced the Celica Coupe with the Corolla, Hyundai developed the Accent. It was at that time that Mitsubishi carried their VR4 engine and transmission over to the very popular Lancer Evolution, which is why this car is also called the Evo Zero. So this car has already been sold, but don't get mad, don't get butthurt, it's okay. This isn't going to be the only VR4 that we get in, and we can definitely find more over in Japan. But our customer and good friend JT has been waiting a good minute for this car. It finally came in. He came last Sunday, drove it around, checked it out, and I mean, I think it exceeded all his expectations, as it did mine as well. He seems super excited about it. I'm super excited for him. We're going to try and rescue him out of that BMW he's stuck in. JT's favorite car in the whole world that doesn't give him any problems.
Oh, no. It's my favorite car.
It heard that you were buying another car, so it's...
I mean, some...
It knows you're cheating on it. You know what BMW stands for, though, right? Broke man walking, dude. You know the rule about BMWs, right?
Sell them before they break.
Rule number 1 is, when you own a BMW, you have to have 2. One to drive, all the other ones getting worked on.
What if they both break? Then what do? You get a Honda.
What's up, guys? My name's Robert Lovely. Today I'm going to show you my 92 Honda Civic with VTEC and Doge.
And get them in something a little more reliable and a little more badass. So at first glance on the car is actually in really good condition. There's no hail damage, there's no rust other than under the hood on some of the nuts and bolts, which is expected. The only real big boo-boos I see, you know, there's some wear and tear on some of the seals. But I mean, that comes with a 30-year-old car. And the only other thing that I saw was that little door ding. I think it's on the passenger side. Yeah, it's right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Just a little door ding, though. I mean, if that's all you got to complain about, then build a bridge and get over it, dude. Some of the original stickers on the car, though. Got the Galant, brought to you by the Mitsubishi Motor Corporation. And Galant VR4, if you don't know what VR4 stands for, it stands for Viscous Real-Time Four-Wheel Drive. There you go. Thanks, Wikipedia. Four-wheel steering, that was a sticker that was on there. We put this one on here, we branded it. And it does have an aftermarket exhaust. I like it because I think it's the perfect volume. It's loud enough for you to know it's back there, but it's not loud enough for you to be a raging douchebag. All 4 of the wheels have the original center caps. The tire size is 15. Only on the passenger side does it have the little stickers down here on the lower panel. Another First year anniversary. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the inside, I guess. Now these doors, all the doors, this car is really heavy. It's 3,000 pounds. The hood is heavy. The doors, you know, whenever I go to close my door, I normally just, you know, like kind of shut it and expect it to close, but that's not all the way closed. You got to kind of like slam these because, you know, even the glass is like super thick on these cars too. But I mean, for a 1988, good God, dude, you got power windows, you got a power lock, you got power side mirror adjusters. I mean, this car was way beyond its time. Well, let me show you the key too, actually. Hold on, that's actually... Now, all the old Z cars, the original keys were like super Mac Daddy, badass looking big keys. This is the key for the Galant too, the original key. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know, maybe I'm just being fanboyish. But when you put it in, you know, you do your thing. But when you go to take it out, you have to release and then get it out. So I don't know, I thought that was kind of a cool feature. Some of y'all might like it, some of y'all might not. On the dash, I didn't even know this till JT was messing around with it, but you can actually change the color of the dash to either green or orange. We Google translated this last week, and in a nutshell, it basically just gives the specs of the cars, what oil it needs, and to make sure you change it every 10,000 kilometers. You got the trunk release, and you've got your gas cap release. And then we'll go ahead and hit the hood release too. When it comes to the interior though, I mean, the seats are in really, really good condition. The foam is really, really strong and firm. It's not like anyone, you know, sat in it and wore it out like a lot of these cars we get in, especially the side bolsters. They feel brand spanking new. Headliner's in super good condition. There's no sagging, there's no marks. I mean, it looks fairly new as well. And yeah, there's no tears or rips in the seat or anything like that. This car's a 5-speed manual transmission. It does have cold air, but it's not as cold as I'd like it. So I think we're gonna probably top it off with some Freon, and if that doesn't work, maybe it's the compressor, I don't know. We'll figure it out before JT gets in it. The car sits at 166,011 kilometers. I believe that's 103,000 miles and some change. I'm not 100% sure, I don't know. Maybe. I'll edit it if I'm wrong. You've got, you know, pretty cool switches for your high beams. You've got a rear windshield wiper switch and your defroster switch. So let's go ahead and take a look in the trunk. And I mean, you've got pretty good trunk space.
Look at all this floor space. So much aerobics in here. So many activities.
It's a pretty big trunk. You've got the original spare and tire changing equipment that came with the car, 1988. And let's go check under the hood. Man, I don't know about you guys, but Carter 5 came out today. That's all I've been listening to. It's good. It's nice to have old Wayne back. Alright, so this is the engine bay. It's as clean as it's going to get. Now, when these cars came out in America, the American version of these cars came stock at 195 horsepower. The Japanese version of this car, I'll call you back. The Japanese version of this car came stock at 205 horsepower. So even though it's just 10 horsepower, every little bit counts. 16 valves, inline 4, 2.0 turbo, all-wheel drive. I mean, dude, you can't ask for a more badass car. We actually drove this car from the port. Rick drove this car from the port. I drove the Unos. I couldn't keep up with them, dude. This is like a long hauler. Come on, dude. F***ing go. Thanks for being a jerk. And this thing is peppy. It's fast and it's a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and see what she sounds like. Alright guys, I'm gonna go take it out for a spin.
Whew, it is hot. Alright YouTube, I'm back again with the drive around. Let's see how long that thing stays up.
That's what she said.
Got the GoPro actually working this time. Hopefully there won't be a lot of negative feedback on the sound. Sorry about the last video, but let's take this thing out for a spin. So I'm used to, you know, the smaller K cars. Let's see how this thing handles being a full-size car, you know? This was one of 4 in our most recent batch. We actually drove 2 back, this being one of them, and then I drove the Roadster back. So far, it handles really well. The clutch is nice and smooth. It's not sticky or anything like that. I'm used to the cappuccino and smaller cars, you know. Oh, this thing's got a little dingy too. Just like in the Light Ace, it dings every time you go over a certain amount of kilometers per hour. That's just something you can unplug though real fast. I don't know if you can hear it. It's not pulling. It's hard to believe the car's 30-something years old. Not 30 years old exactly. The reason why I was like really excited about this car was, I mean, you know, everyone played Need for Speed Underground, and I don't know about you guys, but my car was always a yellow Lancer, no matter what. When I actually started doing research on this car, I found out that, you know, that Evo wouldn't exist without this car. So I mean, it's kind of cool how, you know, this is like, you know, there's an ancestral tree of the evolution. This is kind of like, you know, one of the founding fathers. That little ding is the most annoying thing when you have to drive a long distance, and that's going to be the first thing to go. I'm honestly just impressed with everything that this car has got to offer, you know? I mean, shit. All the switches are pretty cool too. I like how the whole layout is. The radio we're going to put in here for Mr. JT, you know, like there's, you know, we can put in whatever you want, but the one we usually recommend, it's a very affordable price, cheap installation, really easy installation. It's going to be a double din, you know, touchscreen, hands-free, all that good stuff. Then it'll be installed, you know, we ordered it yesterday or the day before, so it should actually be here tomorrow. This thing is just like an awesome long hauler, you know, I mean, I keep saying it, but not only does it drive great, but it hauls ass. Shifting boot's a little loose, but that's just some gear pinion that needs to be changed. This is definitely going to serve JT a lot better than his BMW. You know, I'm not hating on BMWs. You know, they're good cars. Not my exact flavor on cars. It's not something I really am a fan of. To each their own. That's just my personal opinion. Please, just want to turn left. My God, come on! So aside from just the very few cosmetic things that need to be done to the car, you know, the car runs mechanically like a champ. I mean, like I said, I haven't had one skip in the transmission. And I mean, I'm really digging this clutch now that I'm getting used to it too.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the 1988 Mitsubishi Galant VR4 signing off with ATL JDM. I'm glad it's going to a good home. I'm sure JT is going to love it, and that's why we're here, to find awesome cars for awesome people. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the bottom. Follow our journey on Instagram, ATL JDM. Help us and watch us grow. Check us out and like us on Facebook too, www.facebook.com/AtlantaJDM.
Thanks for watching. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what is to come. This is the next car getting detailed right now, actually. This is what we got coming to you next week, though. Just doing a YouTube video, so I'm just showing the van. Fire van. Thanks, Ken. Probably about to leave.